2021 Hyundai Ioniq EV first test, Elon would LOL. Priced like the best, not as good as the rest. Ready to go gas-free. I get it. Whatever your reason for wanting an electric car, money, convenience, performance, or ethics, there's real appeal in ditching a fossil-fueled lifestyle. But if you're going to make the switch, you'd want the EV you end up with to actually be a good car too, right? Unfortunately, that's not exactly what you'll get with the Hyundai Ioniq EV. Unlike its hybrid counterpart, this legume-shaped hatchback works for basic driving functions, but it's hardly compelling on its own. As the electric vehicle segment expands at a high-voltage pace, the Ioniq EV already seems left behind. Is the Ioniq EV's range enough? For 2020, the Ioniq EV received a larger 38.3 kWh battery, which increased range to 170 miles. I won't opine on whether that's enough for your specific needs, but it isn't nearly as much as many competitors. The benchmark-setting Tesla Model 3 provides about 263 miles in basic configuration, and Hyundai's own Kona EV can cover approximately 258 miles on a charge. That battery feeds a 100 kilowatt electric motor, which makes 134 HP and 218 pound-foot of torque. If that doesn't sound like much, it's not. At the test track, Motor Trend's test team measured an 8.4 second 0 to 60 miles per hour time and 16.6 second quarter mile at 84.2 miles per hour. The Chevrolet Bolt is much quicker, hitting 60 miles per hour in 6.3 seconds and passing the quarter mile in 14.9 seconds at 93.1 miles per hour. As you may know, the Model 3 is proper zippy. No one's pretending that the Ioniq is meant for drag racing, but around town, the lack of power made things tricky. Seconds to 60 is one thing, but it's tricky to tally how much time I spent waiting for enough space to open up to turn across a few lanes or fit a gap in traffic. As would be expected from an electric motor, acceleration is linear, with near instantaneous pedal responses. That doesn't mean that flooring it results in quickness or fun, however. Can electric cars be fun to drive? Not this one. The funny thing about flooring is that it seems like the front tires can barely contain the torque. Blame that on the tires, not the torque. The P205/60R16 rubber is meant to eke out efficiency at the expense of traction and grip. That was clear on the Figure 8 course, where the Ioniq posted a 28.0 second lap at 0.59 G average. Testing director Kim Reynolds didn't mince words, commenting on its heavy understeer, mediocre power, and modest braking. What stood out most to him was how the inside front wheel likes to spin exiting the corners, resulting in a terrible squeal. Be gentle with your accelerator application, otherwise you might hear it, too. Those tires don't do favors for braking. The Ioniq stopped from 60 miles per hour in 126 feet, a bit behind the Bolt's 123-foot stop and Mini Cooper SE's 119-foot result. Road test editor Chris Walton grumbled about its squishy pedal and gravelly tires that yielded, in his words, unimpressive stops. That wasn't only true at the test track. In the real world, pressure on the brakes mostly slows the car down, but stopping completely requires a firmer jab on the pedal,